Hey, what's up everyone? Now that Dark Souls 3 is finally out, I figured I'd make a video on what started it all for me. I wanted to make the most frustrating memorable moments in the first Dark Souls game. Before I mention them, I thought I'd say how I got into the franchise. I remember buying the game the first week it was released, not because I'm into RPGs or anything like that, but because of the hype. I played it and then I died. I couldn't beat the tutorial stage, so I gave up on the game. I got back into Dark Souls when a friend of mine walked me through on stuff to do in the game. Ever since then, I've been hooked on the lore of the game. With that being said, this is the most frustrating memorable moments in Dark Souls for casuals and hardcore fans. Alright, so where do I start? I believe the CAPRA demon is the best version of it. So the boss version of the CAPRA demon is a quite unfair fight. You enter a quite narrow, tight area with two poison dogs and the CAPRA demon. My main strategy is head to the staircase and kill the dogs on the way up. They usually die by one swing of a weapon. Once the dogs are out of the way, the CAPRA demon should be a cakewalk. I usually swing an attack and go up the stairs and let him follow me. Once he gets close, I drop down and wait for him to drop down, and attack and rinse and repeat. Once you beat him, you get the keys to the depths. Speaking of the depths, now this area is honestly optional if you have the master key as a gift when you start the main game. Mainly because the master key can be used to take you to BLIGHTTOWN without going through the depths. The depths greets you with two butchers, which by the way are females. Yes, the butchers are females. Anyways, after you take them out, you'll be ambushed by slimes, you'll be confronted by poisonous rats, but what's worse is the basilisk. Oh my gosh, I hate the basilisk. If I was to do a stream or a quick play, the depths will be easy to beat, but the basilisk in this game makes it frustrating because of the gas it releases. The gas will cause you to get cursed. What's wrong with being cursed? The fact that your HP is in half. Yeah, you don't want to get cursed. The basilisks are pretty weak, but they make up for being weak by using that gas. I'd rather have a marathon fight with the gaping dragon than deal with the basilisk. BLIGHTTOWN. This is no surprise that BLIGHTTOWN is on the list. I really hated BLIGHTTOWN in my first gameplay of Dark Souls. However, now I could breeze through it. The biggest issue with BLIGHTTOWN is the fact that there's poison everywhere, the place is nearly dark, and the fact that the area has frame rate issues. The area also has some trick narrow platforms to get by. But my biggest gripe in BLIGHTTOWN are those dart shooting motherfuckers. Ugh! You could throw those annoying mosquitoes at me. You could give me a wrestle match with those golems near the poison swamp. You could give me platforming bridges to cross. You could even trick me with enemies hiding in the pots. You could give me frame rate issues. You could give me a fight with the giant leech thingy. But these sneaky dart shooters are the devil. It doesn't help that they hide in the dark, and once you're in range, you'll take a dart. These guys are weak, just like the basilisk I mentioned, but they are deadly with their toxic darts. The dart shooters is what makes BLIGHTTOWN frustrating for me. The rest of BLIGHTTOWN is a breeze, even with the poison everywhere. SEN'S Fortress. After you rank the Bells of Awakening, SEN'S Fortress is now available to enter. In my first time playing it, I died a lot. This place has booby traps everywhere. It's infested with man-serpent warriors swinging pendulums in the narrow bridge, giants throwing boulders, and mimics impersonating chests. However, for the most part, I could breeze through the majority of SEN'S Fortress, but the part that still gets to me is a specific narrow bridge you have to cross with a serpent mage shooting projectiles while avoiding swinging pendulums. LONDO. There's a lot of things in LONDO that frustrates me. The first thing that comes to mind is the platform beams you have to cross with knife-throwing painters. They will keep throwing knives at you. I have died many times because I was either trying to fight them while crossing the beams, or I got targeted by them with the rapid movements that made me lose focus of direction. Another frustrating moment in LONDO is the annoying archers that shoot giant arrows at you as you attempt to go up their way. What makes it frustrating is the fact that there isn't too much space to fight, and the other archer you aren't fighting will be in your blind spot. What I usually do is attempt to shoot them with a poison arrow. Yeah, I could shoot arrows too, you asshole. However, that's not all. No. The most frustrating part of LONDO is the boss fight. Ornstein and Smough. I have died many times fighting them. I have no idea how I beat them in the past, because back then I didn't know about co-op. Yes, I fought Hollow most of the times. However, now I know better to do some jolly old co-op and get Solaire to help out as well. Saving Solaire. So after meeting Solaire, you notice he's always in a different area willing to help out to fight enemies in co-op. However, after defeating the giant centipede boss, you will see Solaire near the next bonfire, and he's wondering if he could find his sunlight.
Why? Why? After all this searching, I still cannot find it.
This is your cue to let you know that you have to have 30 humanities sacrificed to the Daughter of Chaos Covenant. By doing this, it unlocks a shortcut to give you a faster opportunity to reach the Witch of IZALITH. However, I found out if you have a level 2 or higher Pyromancy Glove and the Poison Mist, you could kill the Sunlight Maggot without unlocking the wall. By the way, the Sunlight Maggot could give you a great light source in another area I'll mention later. Anyways, if you don't unlock the shortcut, Solaire will go mad due to the Sunlight Maggot possessing him, forcing him to kill you. So, is Solaire worth the save? Well, it depends if you want him to help you out to fight Gwen, the last boss of the game. Personally, I enjoy saving Solaire because he's the co-op bro, and he's one of my favorite characters. In fact, he's the reason why we say praise the sun. So yeah, the frustrating part is using 30 humanities that you could use for something else to unlock that shortcut. But it's all good, you can farm humanities in the depths by killing those rats. The Lost IZALITH. Well, with entering the demon ruins, you come across a group of Taurus demons and CAPRA demons. You fight a fire version of the silent demon, which could be a total asshole, but just stab him in the ass and he'll be taken out easily. You reach the Lost IZALITH where you walk on lava. By the way, make sure to wear the orange charger ring to walk in the lava. My frustrating part is coming across the dragon butts and finding that bonfire near a hidden and legendary wall. And then the real challenge begins. The Bed of Chaos. I wouldn't recommend becoming human for this. Anyways, you kill one of the witches of IZALITH's daughter who's guarding the fog gate and you slide down. Whee! That was fun and holy shit. So here's the Witch of IZALITH, which is now known as the Bed of Chaos due to her failed attempt to reignite the flame. Anyways, let's take this bitch down. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the whole goal to beating the Bed of Chaos is to destroy the shield orbs. Yes, got it. Easy so far. Okay, I am not running back, so I'm just gonna quit and reload the game. I learned that if you quit and reload, the game will take you back to the fog gate and the Bed of Chaos will still lose the shield orb. Anyways, I'm reloading and back to the slide. Whee! Okay, let's go to the left side and equip a bow and arrow. Let's shoot here until the shield orb is destroyed. Anytime now. Almost there. Got it. Alright, so far 2 down. Let's go take out the main boss. Let's do it. I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. Fuck! No biggie. Let's try that again. One more time. Fuck! Yeah, this part is frustrating. The Beta Chaos has these methods of attacks. The fire attacks, the 2 overhead attacks, and that sweeping floor attack. I usually wait until the Beta Chaos is done sweeping the floor to run down and make that roll to that steep to reach the main root of the problem. Yes. Yes, I made it. Damn fire attack. I can do it. I can do it. Take this, you asshole. Yes, that's right. That little bug was the main root of the problem. Like I said before, don't use humanities. You have a high chance of dying. Fucking Beta Chaos. I don't like you. Reaching Seif's the Scaleless. So getting to Seif is a pretty short path when you're in the Duke Archives, but here's one problem. He's immortal. He doesn't take damage in this part. Beginners probably won't know that you're supposed to die in this part of the game. Once you die, you're in a cell, and you'll be redirected to another part of the Duke Archives, which is filled with sages that shoot projectiles and crystal undead warriors. It is also possible to get your souls back since you died, but make sure to use a homeward bone when you're seeing Seif again. It's pointless to fight him since he's immortal. Once you reach the second bonfire, here's where the frustrating part comes in. The Crystal Cave. This place isn't so bad, but things that make it quite challenging is the visible platforms. I hate these. And yes, I'm aware you could use the prism stones or shoot arrows to determine if it's solid or not, but it's still frustrating. The second thing that is frustrating is those man-eater shell thingies near the crystal. They are pretty tough, but it's possible to beat them. However, once you reach the crystal, Seif intrudes. By destroying the crystal, it stops Seif's immortality. Also, if you cut off his tail, you obtain the Moonlight Greatsword. But yeah, I find it to be a gripe that you have to die to progress to make it to Seif. The Catacombs. The Catacombs has mixed feelings for me. In a way, you could level up your Estus fast by obtaining the right kindling by beating an easy boss. But getting to the boss could be a headache. For beginners, they could struggle by going through the skeletons that don't die permanently, unless you have a divine weapon or kill the necromancers. Because if you don't kill the necromancers, they will keep resurrecting the skeletons. You also have to watch out for certain falls that will grant you a shortcut, but if it's done wrong, you will have a guaranteed death. For me, what's really frustrating in the Catacombs are those fucking skeleton wheels. My biggest suggestion is to either have that NPC summoning a Paladin Leroy to distract the skeleton wheels while you make a run to the fog gate, or you could use some kind of projectiles to take them out. Those that don't know about the skeleton wheels is that they could instantly drain your stamina and leave you wide open for an easy kill. My suggestion is try to do a zigzag paddle run, that way the wheels don't chase you and kill you instantly. The Tomb of the Giants. The Tomb of the Giants could be a scary place. This place is entirely dark and the place is surrounded with giant enemies, hence the name Tomb of the Giants. For the most part, my suggestion is equip a skeleton lantern or a sunlight maggot to see where you're going, because there are some falls and death traps. You come across this asshole, Patches. I can't believe this asshole kicked me down a cliff. You also have the boss, Gravelord Needle. He isn't too bad as long as you stay close to him and avoid the nearby skeletons that could join the battle. My personal strategy is just fight him up close. Nito usually misses when he attempts to attack, so don't worry about using the shield. Anyways, the Tomb of Giants isn't so hard, but I must address my whole frustrating part. The giant skeleton dogs. These dogs are just like the skeleton wheels, which they could drain your whole stamina and kill you instantly. I mean, damn, those flurry attacks could kill you. Anyways, other than that, the Tomb of the Giant isn't so bad. It's just dark and has skeleton dogs. New Londo Ruins. Oh my gosh, I hate this place. This place sucks. People complain about BLIGHTTOWN, but I complain about New Londo. I think my problems with this area is the same as the beginners as well. The fact that you can't kill the ghost unless you're cursed or you use a translate curse item. The dark wraiths could be some assholes as well. And once you release the water that was flooded in New Londo, you gain a new shortcut. However, it doesn't make it easy as well, because you enter it via the Valley of the Drakes. These Drakes are tough, and speaking of making shortcuts, I also hate the fact that there is no bonfire in New Londo. You have to take the long way, even though it's a back way. You could either go from Firelit Shrine, or go the back way, which is the bonfire from the Darkroot Garden. But you know what really makes it more frustrating in New Londo? The 4 Kings! Oh shit, the 4 Kings are frustrating. Even to this day, the 4 Kings could kill my buzz of playing Dark Souls. I am aware there's a strategy to fighting them based off a strong poise build, but I'd rather not. What makes it more frustrating is that the NPC summon in that area is quite useless. She either gets lost or fortunately is a good distraction for the 4 Kings. It also sucks that if you don't beat the first king in less than a minute, another one will spawn. I also hate the fact that they have a homing attack and the fact that they can steal your humanity. Oh my gosh, those damn thieves. Yeah, 4 Kings is hard, but in New Game Plus and so on, they are just hard as balls. Anyways, that's my most frustrating moments in the first Dark Souls game. I eventually mastered most of the game, but admit there's still parts that I find frustrating. But I maxed out the game. I am currently playing Dark Souls 3 and truly enjoying the game. I also have an unpacking of the collector's edition and day 1 edition of Dark Souls 3. If you like what you see, leave a like. Comment on what's your most frustrating moments in Dark Souls. And don't forget to subscribe. I am out. Peace.